Hi everybody and welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. Apologies on the delay. I know it is quite late, but we have the S-Class Series and the A-Class Series as the Open Series events. And kicking things off, we've got the Lexus LFA, the 2010 Lexus. So starting off with fuel and air, we've got the race exhaust, we've got the race valves, we've got the front, rear race anti-roll bars, race spring and dampers, and a race weight reduction. Front tyre width we've maxed out at 295mm and rear tyre width we've maxed out at 345mm. Race tyre compounds, the alloys I've opted for are the Pro Race ones. I think, yeah, these are the lightest wheels. Again, I've left the differential off because I just felt it drive really nicely without one. Stick one on by all means and just put your own digits in there, but I've left it stock. Aerodynamics, both front and rear are race. No rear bumper and no hood. Conversions, these are all standard. So, into the tuning side, we've got 30.0 psi front, 30.5 psi on the rear. The gearing, I've opted for 4.8 final drive ratio, 185 mile an hour, which is enough in S-Class. Alignment, -1.6 front, -1.2 on the rear. Toe, 0.0 as per usual, and the front caster is 5.6. Anti-roll bars, I've gone for 18.97 and 20.51. Springs, 504 on the front, and on the rear we've got 546.4, or just get as close as you can. Ride height, I've opted for 3.5 front and 3.5 rear. It just helps with those high curbs. So the dampers, I've actually gone for 3.4 front, 3.4 rear, 12 front, and 12 rear on the rebound. The roll center, left stock 0 and 0. Anti-dive on the front, 9.6, and anti-squat, -2.3. Downforce, £114 on the front and 223 on the rear. Braking force, the balance is at 50% and the braking pressure is at 135%. Again, this is the differential, which is stock. So that's my Lexus LFA. Let's hop into car number 2. Car number 2, the 2018 Chevrolet Camaro, the ZL1 1LE. I think that means limited edition, I'm not sure. There are the statistics there, and there are all the numbers regarding weight and power. Let's hop into the build. Fuel and air, we've got the race exhaust, a sport air filter, and we do have a supercharger that is sport. That is a conversion that's been put on, so you might need to level this car up. Displacement, I've gone for the race displacement, platform and handling, race brakes, race front anti-roll bars, and a race weight reduction. Springs and the rear anti-roll bars are already fitted to the car, so we don't need to put them on. Stock tyre width on the front, but we do have the 335mm on the rear, so it's a maxed out rear tyre width, and the race tyre compound. Wheels, again I've gone for the Pro Race 1, so these are the lightest alloys, so stick any of the lightest ones on. Race transmission, race differential, and a race driveline. Aero, the wing and the front bumper are both race, nothing on the rear or hood again. And the aspiration, we've got the positive displacement supercharger. And so with that, let's hop into the tune. The front tyre pressure's at 30.5 psi, and so is the rear. The gearing is there on screen, 3.70 as the final drive, again 184 mile an hour. These are all the ratios there. Feel free to screenshot or pause it. Alignment, -1.4 on the front, -0.9 on the rear, 0.0 toe, and a 6.4 degree of front caster. Roll bars, 18.05 on the front and 16.04 on the rear. Springs, I've gone for 650 front and 617 pounds on the rear. The ride height front is 5.9 inches and the rear is 5.4, so I have bumped it up ever so slightly. Bump stiffness, 4.3 on the front and 4.0 on the rear. And the rebound stiffness is 12 on the front and 11.8 on the rear. Roll center height, completely stock. So anti-dive on the front, I've got 15.4%, and anti-squat on the rear, I've got -15.3. Maxed out aerodynamics, £196 front, £393 on the rear. Braking balance, I've got 50% and 150. It felt nice to me, but feel free to make these your own. Differentials, 100 on acceleration and decel is at 0. If you feel like when you change gear it does tend to snap out a bit, just stick this up to about 8 or 10 and it should eradicate that for you. So with that, let's hop on to car number 3. And car number 3 is the Aston Martin Vantage, the GT12, the 2015 one. We needed something that had a lot of grip, and now we've got the grip build. So this is the Aston Martin. Again, you can use this around tracks like Maple Valley. You can even use it around the short Watkins Glen. It's a very good car, this, to be fair. So they're the stats there on screen. 618 horsepower, and it just weighs over 3,000 pounds. Let's hop into this build. So hitting performance, we're going to go to fuel and air. We've got race exhaust, air filter is on race, and so is the intake manifold and throttle body. Nothing in engine. Platform and handling, we've gone for race front and rear anti-roll bars, race spring and dampers, and a race weight reduction. Max tyre width on the front, max tyre width on the rear, which is 295 and 355mm. And a race tyre compound. Wheels, I've gone for Pro Race 1. Again, the lightest alloy you can stick on. Transmission is race. Again, the differential was nice without it, so I've left it off. Race clutch and a race driveline. Front and rear race aerodynamics, so the wing and the front bumper. Conversions are all stock. So, let's hop into the build of this. We've got 32.5 psi on the front and 32.5 on the rear. So gearing, again, final drive 4.14 as the ratio, and the top speed is 191 miles an hour. So if you want to screenshot or pause it, feel free. Let's hop into alignment. Negative 1.6 on the front and negative 1.1. 0, 0 front and rear toe. And the front caster at 6.1. Anti-roll bars 21.07 and 25.51 on the rear. Springs have gone for 650.4 on the front and 750.1 on the rear. This spring ratio really worked, and the stiffness I thought was absolutely spot on. Ride height, we've gone for the max 5.5 inches on the front and 6.3 on the rear. I did find it just kept bottoming out no matter how stiff I made the car. So I thought I'd compromise, make the springs a tiny bit softer, and just max out the ride height. Bump stiffness, I've gone for 3.3 front and 3.3 on the rear. Rebound 11.2 and 11.2. Again, it just worked for this car. Really, really nice. Roll center height, I've left it 0 and 0 front and rear. The anti-dive on the front is 10.2% and the anti-squat is 9.9. Again, this is what I was talking about. It's got so much downforce, 431 pounds on the front and 669 pounds rear aerodynamics. So with brakes, the balance is at 50% and the braking pressure is at 150%. The differential is completely stock. So that rounds up all of the S-Class build. Right, so for me, the standout tune is the Lexus LFA. I love this car. I think it sounds outrageous. It looks still, to this day, really, really classy. It's a car that not many people use, so for that, it just gets 10 out of 10 for me. I love this car, and I do recommend that you give that build a go and try for yourself. But yeah, other than that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, we can get some more tunes on Wednesday with the new release. And as always, stay tuned for more.